Coach, understanding obviously disappointed in your team, the effort, you came out obviously a little bit lax, didn't have it, you got that big spurt, but really couldn't maintain it throughout the game. You got to be upset with the way you played today.
Yeah, no, not very happy with our overall, energy. I didn't really feel like the bench had energy. I didn't feel like the people on the floor had energy, and we have to correct that. I wish I could tell you that I know, what the culprit was today. I don't. But whatever it is, we have to find an answer to it and be significantly better.
Yeah, this is a team that you had 36 points in the paint versus 10 last time you played, a 22-point win. But the toughest team to face a lot of times is a team with their back against the wall. That is a better team, obviously, than a team that came into this game with a bunch of straight losses.
No, credit to Colgate. They played hard and they did the things that they needed to be successful, and we didn't, respond in the way in which we needed to. So, again, we have to continue to learn. Unfortunately, we have to learn the hard way today.
And you got to learn quickly because you go to Boston, who lost today, but they're going to be hungry, obviously, to stay on top of this league.
Oh, yeah. All games are going to be competitive in league. So we have to be ready, which is why it's disappointing that I didn't feel like we were ready today.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. Yeah, Gary, again, you can understand the disappointment in her team, but always classy coming out to talk to us. Coach Kia Damon-Olson, back to you.
Yeah, we certainly thank her for that. And I think it's time to take a look at some highlights, and then we'll wrap this one up. Here's John.
Well, Gary, for all the struggles that both teams had, there were some really good basketball plays. Now, the shooting percentages weren't what either coach would want, but Sophie Deal, the freshman from Colgate, this was one of the first ones of the game. Long three, and then follows it up with a two-pointer. Only a freshman, Sophia Deal, with an enormous start. And remember, got Colgate off to a 10-2 start. Claire Gallagher, Lafayette's freshman. And we talk a lot about the youth of Colgate. I'll tell you what, Lafayette's got a couple of freshmen on their team. Kylie Favors, Abby Adendoli, that young lady, Claire Gallagher. The future is bright for both of these teams. Boy, Claire Gallagher loves it when the defense goes under a screen. And she really ignited Lafayette in that first quarter. What can you say about Colgate, Gary? I mean, the guards were outstanding. McMahon and Brody, and they just know how to play. They run great stuff. There you see them moving the ball and deep. Great three right there. They hit shots when they needed to. Lafayette in the paint found a way. I thought we'd see more of this. Naomi was much quieter than she needed to be. Michaela Wilson finds the loose ball. Watch Michaela Andrews. This was a key play. Off a turnover, you thought that was the bucket that would get Lafayette going. But boy, I'll tell you, Taisha McMillan came in as their leading scorer. They went to her down the stretch, and for the key bucket right here, here's the game winner. Lafayette got a little confused on that screen and roll. McMillan kind of rolled off of it, uncontested to the hole, and that was the game winner.
That certainly was. Our Coca-Cola player of the game has stopped by to talk to Mike. Here is Mike with our Coca-Cola player of the game.
Thanks, Gary. My third time on here with Claire Gallagher, our freshman player of the game, Coca-Cola player of the game. A really tough game, but your 10 points you contributed. You kept firing it, and that's what shooters do.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough loss tonight. I mean, it just hurts, but we knew they were coming in hungry, having not won a conference game yet. But I'm proud of our team for playing hard, but we just couldn't put it together in time defensively to pull that one out. Now,
you're finding your niche in this group. Is your group for yourself? Is it just shooting? Obviously, you're the person that's going to spot up and shoot. Is that the role that Coach Damon-Olson has really carved out for you?
I would say so. I can do more than just shoot, but right now, that's a niche that our team really needs, and it helps space the floor. And I think that as teams continue to key in on my three-point shot, it'll just allow me to do more for the offense. But at the moment, if it's there, I'm going to shoot it. So.
Absolutely. And you got good leadership in that locker room. What's the message going to be in that locker room? Because you got a big game. You got to go to Boston U, who lost today, but they're still in first place. What's the message in that locker room?
I think it's okay to be mad for a little bit, but then we really need to analyze the defensive mistakes we made in this game so that we can fix it for BU, because they're a really tough team. And we can't perform this poorly against BU and expect a different result.
Well, you certainly don't sound like a freshman, Claire. Congratulations on a great game. Gary, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Mike, for the 412th time today. We keep going back to Mike. Let's wrap this one up. Lafayette loses at 49-47. Sophia Deal with 13 points. McMillan with 11 rebounds. And the big bucket at the end to win it was 7 points. Lafayette Gallagher with 12. Michaela Andrews with 10. 7 rebounds for Naomi Gampo. Lafayette loses by 2. They'll take on Boston on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. That game on ESPN+. We'll also have the men here on Wednesday taking on Boston University, a 7 o'clock start. That game on ESPN+. There you have it. Final score, 49-47. My thanks to Mike. My thanks to John. Rick Gio has been our director on Astound TV. We thank all of you for spending time with us. Stay warm. We'll see you next week.